is a very big hot topic with
Yes.
the Freedom, which is a great movie. So I've been doing a lot of philanthropy and success coaching for many years. And I just got a call one day by someone that was part of this organization, the Royal Order of Constantine the Great and Saint Helen, his mother. And if you're wondering, Constantine, who's that? It's Emperor Constantine, the first emperor that actually brought Christianity into Rome. So it is a spiritual order, and not necessarily where it includes everybody, anybody that is making a difference in the world. It's really about your contribution to the world. You could be of any different faith, non-religious, religious, you could be of any faith. So I got the call, and next thing you know, a few months later, Prince Rafael of Spain is flying out. Shout out to Prince Rafael on the great works that he's doing, and then also Duke Gerhardt and a few others. They flew out, and we had a knighting investiture. And there were a few of us that were selected. And it was an incredible experience. It was a very spiritual experience for me, because I know we're all humans in the room, even right. But whenever I get into a place like that, for me, it was a very sacred experience. I think for some people, getting knighted is, and I'm just mind reading, I could be wrong. I think for some people, getting knighted is about, this is what I've done. This is recognition of the work I've done. It was and it is absolutely not that for me. For me, I'm still wiping, because the tears that came, and my nose is now running from our story we shared earlier. And I don't even have any tissue right here, so whatever, it's okay. For me, it's a call to serve. It's like the Holy Spirit. It's like God coming in and saying, I want you to serve at an even higher level. You to serve at an even higher level with a group of people that collaborating with a group of people that are moving in that same direction. And what we want to do is just help their big cause. I'm involved in many causes, but the big cause for the order is women and children that are starving, that are domestic, victims of domestic violence, of trafficking, and so forth. So they're really focused on building shelters that can help these people get back on their feet, heal, and grow. And it's touching my heart, because I don't just care about these different causes and charities. The work I do heals, right? So I'm as we mentioned, neuroscience, neurolinguistic programming, timeline therapy, and hypnosis. We have a process where people heal their past and create their future by design, and then achieve their vision, whatever that vision is. So
wow, that's incredible. All right, A Course in Miracles. We want to talk about that.
That was something. Miracles.
Oh, I mean, I think we may have to do a whole nother episode just on that, but because there's so much to talk about. I was introduced to it years and years ago. I studied it on a weekly basis. We would have a group that would get together once a week, and I did that for about 12 years. And it just really made sense to me, and I just loved it. And now you worked directly with Marianne Williamson, because that's who I learned it from, just from her books, and and I like the way she explains it. I used to listen to her books on tape. I think I told you when I was training for the Marine Corps Marathon, which I ran in 2006, I listened to her. Thank you. I listened to her when I would have a 10, 15-mile run. I would just pop on her book and just listen to it as I was running. And so for the listeners out there, can you just do as brief a synopsis as you can on the Course in Miracle? Because I've never talked about it on my podcast just yet.
Perfect. I would love to. Can I clean my nose real quick?
Please.
Can you take
you
a quick
clean your
pause?
nose. We can take a quick pause. I'm going to pause the recording for 2 seconds. All
We're
right, we
back.
just took a 2-minute break. Not even 2 minutes. It was like
Oh my
not even
gosh,
30 seconds.
and I have to plug my computer in. Oh my gosh, give me a second here. I am so sorry.
It's all good.
I
So I
thought it was
love
over, but
neuro-linguistic programming. We're doing some training right now. You know, I'm involved in the mentor studio, and we're do you know Brigada?
regatta.
Brigada with a B. She's at
Uh,
the actual NLP. She has the NLP training center at Georgia
okay.
from the person who started it or whatever. But anyway, she's doing some training for us. So I love that. Whole nother conversation on NLP. So
Yes,
let's get back to the course because it's just so much. It's just so much
it's so much.
yeah. But let's just briefly, I just want to give an intro to the Course in Miracles for my listeners, just because you know, I don't on my podcast, you know, I try really hard not to talk about politics, religion. You know, I think those are personal things. And again, Course in Miracles is just another spiritual practice, if you will. It's a spiritual writing that may make sense for some people, and it's you know, it's not really contradictory to anything else. It's kind of like its own body of work. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. And I would say that the Course in Miracles is called, well, I just said that. It's actually
A
it's a Course in Miracles because it states that it doesn't have a monopoly. It doesn't profess to be the course. It's basically saying that there are multiple paths
right.
to source,
The
universe,
source,
God, love,
divinity,
Jesus.
right.
I want to
Buddha,
call it
Jesus,
Buddha, Allah,
Allah.
because
Yeah,
I respect everybody's
absolutely.
definition of it. And so
Yep.
it says that you go to the curriculum that resonates with you and draws you. And I had read the Bible 1.5 times through back many years back, and I was struggling. What brought me to the course, I believe, is enormous amount of struggle. And it has saved me from that. So before we get into the course, my journey to the course, my dad